Good evening and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. This is Kristen and I am here with 3 more Star Wars Galaxy's Edge layout shares. I am still in line for the Millennium Falcon. It really was not that long of a line, but we took a lot of pictures. So I do have a 4th page that I created today, but it is my design team sketch for scrapbookingwithanemarie.com, and she posts on Fridays. So on Friday when she posts the design team sketches, then I will share that evening my page. I know you all are like just dying to know what it looks like. So until then, I will share the 3 pages that I do have. So the first one, you all might be able to give me a hand with this. I do really love this page. I love the background. I took a stencil that I created on my Cricut, laid it down horizontally, and then laid it down 3 times vertically and just sprayed it with the different green inks that I have, Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn. I don't think I used the other one. And then I let it dry. I did it yesterday. So I love the background, but I feel like it's missing something up here maybe. So like I've got all this hullabaloo in the middle, but I feel like there's something missing here. But I'm tired and I don't feel very good today. And so I think I'm going to go to bed and see what I think of in the morning. Or if anybody comments and has a suggestion for any of the page, but I'm just like, I feel like that's where it needs to be. Like there's like a wonky diagonal going on. I don't know. Anyway, so on this page, I used my stencil paper, and this is a dark blue. I have this 12 by, I think it's 4 inches. Yep, 12 by 4 inch Cricut paper that's Star Wars. So I matted my 2 pictures. It's my husband and my daughter piloting the Millennium Falcon. And then this is the view outside the window as we leave the Black Spires. And then this is my husband during one of the explosions while he's piloting. So it's all red. I didn't want to not use the picture. Originally I was just going to use these 2, but I wanted to add it because it's a good picture. It's pretty cool. And I do have Darth Vader here, and if you watched my video yesterday, you understand that my husband feels as if he has the persona of Darth Vader. So my family is really weird. We all have our own personalities with Star Wars. We have our own personalities with Marvel and DC and Transformers. So yeah, we are a hot mess of silly, but we're happy people, so it's fine. So anyway, so that's here. So it's not offensive. He would not be offended that I put that there. His phone case that he got at Disney has his name on it and Darth Vader. So I did use some of my washi, and I used the orange because I felt like this was really red and green, and I didn't want it to look like Christmas. And like this is a stencil print from where I had extra ink on the paper, so I just dabbed my paper down so it pulled some of that up, and there's a little bit of the stars in there. I used the washi not only to break up the page, but to kind of cover the join of these 2 stencil prints or stencils, because there's like this fuzzy space here. And I don't mind that. I just figure I would break up the page a little bit this way. It's almost like I've sectioned it off in 3 sections. So the document this, the ticket to run, and this little tag came from this Recollections, I think it says Memory Explosion Box die cuts. And I bought them at Michael's for this was the very first thing in there. It's a boarding pass. So I bought it for our flight and forgot to use it. So luckily I haven't scrapbooked our flight home, so I'm going to use it then. But I did find those things, and the green was good. I inked this one and put it up on foam. I put this one on green and then white. And then this one I didn't mind that it kind of blended in. And then I just wrote Epic Moment. So because the whole point of this ride is that we were out picking up, coaxium. I always want to say something different. For Hondo, we were running an errand and smuggling this stuff in. So I titled this page Running Errands, and I used two different kinds of alphas. These are Sticko and these are Sticko, but they're obviously different colors and different sizes. So if you think of a fantastical thing to do to add here or wherever that will finish this page off, please share, because normally my way of finishing off a page is with stickles. I don't know why this isn't sticky. And stickles I don't think are really going to stand out on this page very well because it's so busy. I don't mind covering some of those stars up because obviously there's an entire page of it, but it just seemed like there's something missing. And one thing that's missing is this piece of adhesive because this little corner was coming up. So let me add that really quick. Okay. So there is page number 1, Running Errands. Here, I'll just throw across the desk. Here is page number 2, and it is titled Happy Trouble. This is my daughter in all of these pictures, and she is touching this wall that they've put up so that you're not right next to everybody in line. And it says, please do not touch. And of course, she's touching it. Here she is reaching to touch another button. Any button she saw in line, she touched it. And then down here, she is photobombing where I was trying to take a picture of the black spires and the falcon. She photobombed me. And then she was wearing a fanny pack and we picked on her about it. No offense to fanny pack wearers. It's just not my thing. And she's a 19-year-old girl. It just seems odd to me that she would wear one, but she did. And she saw this guy in line who had a shirt that says fanny packs are cool and a fanny pack on, and she and him became fast friends. And after she worked her nerve up and we had seen him in line like 15 times, she asked if she could take a picture with him. So here it is. I just took an 8x8 piece of hot pink paper because that matches her headband that's in every picture, and an 8x8 that is like green and blue, and it didn't really have much pattern in it, but I sprayed that same stencil in a couple different places and then overlaid this to where they would match. And then I matted this on the same color blue as the background paper, and then I matted this and this on hot pink, and then triple matted it onto some American Crafts paper that has little stars on it, and then again on Cricut paper, and then added some stickers like this one that says Mischief, and this one says Peekaboo, this one says Fearless, and then I added this washi that my sister just gave me just to add some layers, and I ended up journaling on them because it looked really good to me. And then I use this I Gotta Be Me sticker because, like I said, we were picking on her about her daggone fanny pack. And I named this Happy Trouble because she was being a troublemaker, but it was fun, happy trouble, not like you're in trouble. She knows the difference. And then I added journaling and everything, so I love that. And then this Fearless sticker came from the Reminisce 12x12 Space Wars sticker sheet. So there is that, and I do love the way this turned out. I think this bright pink will really stand out in all the blue that will be in the Millennium Falcon pages. And then my last page that I can share tonight is this one. And if you have a very keen eye, it may look familiar to you. The other day I shared this sketch, and it is from scrapbookingwithamory.com. This was last week's design team sketch, and I did this on its side. And I scrapbooked 2 pictures of ships that were in Galaxy's Edge. I think they were both TIE fighters. So I decided I would do it the way that it was meant, except instead of these circles, I used stars. So this is the other side. This is the same paper I used on the other layout that I did just like this, except I flipped it and used the other side so it wasn't identical. And then I used the Star Wars paper from Cricut. I had some scraps of blue. So I took, this is the outside of this star. So this is what color it was. So I took the inside of this star, laid it down on some blue paper, took my Ranger Distress black soot, and just inked like this to give it that stencil set. Then I just trimmed around so it looks like this, I had stars, and then I just inked the sides of the stars. And then I took the star after I was done inking it up and making a god-awful mess everywhere. And I took my washi tape and lined it and then just trimmed around the star so it would be outlined and used that here. And instead of using it as a journaling spot, I just used it as a decoration. I may add journaling, but I've journaled about us standing in line forever. And I feel like the title kind of says it all. Are we there yet? So I may write something short about it was a 55-minute wait or something. I don't know. And then I did add a banner. This is just a little piece of scrap paper I had. I did the same washi tape. Not that you'd notice because this looks lime green and this looks yellow, but this is the exact same color as this, but this is on a dark reddy color, and so it turned it yellow. Whatever, it still looks good. These matted papers, the papers that I matted the pictures on, are inked. This I sprayed, and this I sprayed with different stencils, just so I had a little extra oomph. And then I added this having fun together sticker, and used washi down here instead of the paper. Like I think in hers it had a banner of paper, what looked like paper. So I really love the way this turned out. I did pop this Are We There Yet up on some foam squares or rectangles, I guess. It really is like a roll. I get these, I've said something about this before, I get these rolls of foam at the dollar store, and they're super easy to work with, and I love that. So that is what I have to share tonight. If you have any suggestions on how to finalize and finish this page, let me know. I might wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I know exactly what to do. And I might not. So, I don't know if you can tell, but I am not feeling 100%, so I'll be staying home tomorrow. My son is also not feeling good, so we are going to stay home and rest and see how the day goes. And so this is where we're at right now with our numbers. If you've not watched before, I keep track of the titles and the numbers. This is the number of pages I have created for my Disney book. So we're at 255. This number over here is how many I have created in the month that I am currently in. So the one I just finished is 80 pages for August. And then I have a little number on here so I know how many I have in each book. So this was my 23rd page for the Star Wars Galaxies Edge book, because I have 7 books and from 1 week's trip. Yep, that's what happens when you take a lot of pictures. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Tomorrow is Monday, August the 23rd. It's my birthday. So I hope that you all have a happy day, and I hope you're well and safe, and I hope that you get a chance to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.